I asked members of my Discord server to send me their Shadow of the Erdtree build so I can rate/review them. I have to use their armor, spells, weapons, talismans, be at their exact levels, and fight 2 bosses of their choosing. Afterwards, I'll give a little rundown of what I think of the build and what I would change about it if anything. But first, if you want to submit your build to be in one of these videos, join my Discord server and submit your build in the build submission chat. There are a bunch of threads to help categorize where you should put your build. And if you want a little tip to help get your build chosen for these videos, get active in the server. We have a level up system where the more you yap, the more XP you earn. And higher level members have a very high chance to be chosen. Plus, I chat a lot in there too, and I love engaging with you guys, so I hope to see you there. But enough of that, let's get into the video. Alright, Hex the Crusader, you're up first. And you wear the Helm of Solitude with Knight's Cavalry armor, Gauntlets of Solitude, and Lionel's Greaves. I'm not gonna lie bro, you were so close to building a really drippy set and then you put Lionel's Greaves on? What is this padding on the back, bro? You use a +10 Dragon Hunter's Great Katana and a +10 Erdtree Seal as well. For spells, you use Flame Grant Me Strength and Golden Vow with the Dex and Strength Knot Crystal Tears in your Physic, Radon's Great Rune, 13-to-1 red-blue mix, and for talismans you have the Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman, the Two-Headed Turtle Talisman, the Pearl Drake Talisman +3, and the Shard of Alexander. And you have 60 Vigor, 55 Mind, 60 Endurance, 50 Strength, 60 Dexterity, 30 Intelligence, 40 Faith, and 30 Arcane. And you want me to fight Mesmer and Relana. So, Hex, funny thing about your build, I actually already recorded with it once, and I accidentally deleted the footage. So I've already done this before. You told me you have 8 Scattered Tree Blessing, which is about how much I had when I fought Mesmer for the first time. I think I had like 8 or 9. So a lot of people were mad at me that I did not put Mesmer in my top 5 hardest bosses of Shadow of the Erdtree when I made that short. And the reason for that is because I don't think he's one of the top 5 hardest, to be honest. They were even more mad that I put Romina in top 5 hardest instead of Mesmer. But I really don't think Mesmer is one of the top 5 hardest bosses. He's one of the few bosses I feel comfortable sitting here having a conversation with you and still fighting him. You know what I mean? Like, go back and look at any of my videos, or even later on in this video, you'll see it. For a lot of bosses, I have to sit there and try hard. You know what I mean? But not with Mesmer. With Mesmer, I can just... Okay, come on, dude. I mean, I could just play and talk, you know what I mean? And it's not to say like, oh, I'm superior or anything, like I'm better at the game. It's not that at all. It's just, for some reason, Mesmer's moveset, I just understand it. I don't know. It doesn't really like fry my brain or bother me. Not like Relana's does. Relana, bro, her moveset actually messes with my head. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, he's doing this move twice? That is crazy. That is actually crazy. Bro, again? What are you doing, bro? Bro, heal. I was just talking all that smack, bro. We can't lose now. Let's go. Get wrecked, Mesmer. But yeah, Mesmer, super fun fight. It's just, I don't even want to say it's not that he's not hard. I don't know. He just clicked with me. I don't know. Does that make sense? Do you guys have like a boss like that where everybody else thinks it's like the hardest boss in the world, but it just clicks for you? Now, Radon, that's a different story. I fought that bro for 4 days before finally beating him. But let me tell you this, I know his moveset inside and out. That's my thing, right? Like, I'm a slow learner, but once I learn, I learn. So yeah, one thing I want you guys to do, I want you to comment the hardest boss in the DLC for you personally, excluding the final boss, because I think everybody agrees that's the hardest. Huh. Oh, we different. We moving, huh? Oh my god. I need to heal up a little bit. There we go. I was wondering when I was going to get that. She's probably going to do the moon. Yep. Oh, my frames. Alright. That should be the win, though. Oh, she... No way. Yo, I swear. Hit! What are you doing? Oh my lord, no! It doesn't have to be this intense! Okay, Jesus. That got, like, so intense there for no reason at the end. I think I was just out of stamina. Bad stamina management on my part. Alright, Hex, the Crusader. Let's talk about your build. First and foremost, I already played through it once. We're just playing through it again. I like your build. I have no complaints about it. It is a high-level build. I know a lot of the builds in this video are going to be high-level builds, and I address it a little bit later on, but I will be stopping. Like, I'm going to put a level cap on what level, like, builds I'm going. Like, I don't think we're going to go over 200 from here on out, unless we're doing Shadow of the Erdtree specifically. In that case, we probably will. For, like, base game stuff, we won't go over 200 anymore, and I'll mention that later on. But I've used your build already once. The Dragon Hunter's Great Katana is probably the most slept on DLC weapon. This thing is really good, especially against dragons, which I'm surprised you didn't ask me to fight a dragon, but hey, it is what it is. Couple things, I've already played with this weapon a bunch. I understand having the damage negation talismans on, and I'm not going to dock you any points for that because it makes sense to have them. Like they're definitely, there's no downside, right? You could be Godfrey Icon with Dragon Hunter's Great Katana. Good combo. I don't hate any of these talismans. Like they're all fine. They're all good. Maybe two-handed talisman. This is probably more like what mine would look like, but I understand having the Pearl Drake and the Dragon Shield Great Crest because in the DLC everything just hits so hard. Like I understand wanting the damage negation. It was obviously helping me out in this fights. Another thing I will dock points on is Lionel's Greaves. I do not like these pants, dude. I don't know what it is. Just not my jam. I would have much preferred to see this. You know what I mean? I think the Knight's Cavalry would look better. So I will dock you 1 point for that. That's the pants are the only thing keeping you from getting an S tier build. We'll give you A tier. You got an A rating, bro. Good job. All right, London, you're up next. And you wear the twinned helm because you have superior taste, the Mesmer Soldier armor, Bull Goat's gauntlets, and Bull Goat's pants, with a plus 25 bloody katana with a bloody slash Ash of War on it, and a plus 25 finger seal. For talismans, we have the Ritual Sword, Lord of Blood's Exaltation, the two-headed turtle talisman, and the Shard of Alexander. And for spells, we have Golden Vow, Flame Grant Me Strength, and Blood Flame Blade. In your Wondrous Physic, you got the Stone Barb Crack tier, and the Spike Crack tier, 12-2 Flask, and Godric's Great Rune. And you have 71 Vigor, 24 Mind, 40 Endurance, 35 Strength, 65 Dexterity, 25 Faith, and 21 Arcane. You are on New Game +3, and you want me to fight Relana and Godfrey. Another Relana. That's interesting. I know a lot of people struggled with her pretty early on when the DLC first came out. And New Game +3. Here we go. It makes sense though, because Relana was the first like big skill check. You know what I mean? Like everybody thought the DLC was gonna be easy peasy. But no, when you get to Relana, that's when you realize. Also, no offense, but why are we using Bloody Slash? Oh, man. Thank God, dude. Jesus Christ. All right, yo, London, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Your build is fun so far, but we still gotta go and use it on Godfrey. Let's not jump the ship too soon. All right, Godfrey, Horaloo, here we come. I'm actually excited to see how it does with Horaloo because I haven't taken any of the new weapons back into the base game yet. So I'm actually low-key excited for this. Plus, Godfrey is one of my favorite fights, so like I'm already gonna know some pretty good timings. What is my frame rate, bro? This is gonna be, oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God, I hate that you don't have time to recover from that. Bro, these weapons are so slow. They said, let's take the fastest class in the game, the most fun one to use, and let's make it slow, bro. Like, this is just a great sword, bro. Look at that. That's a great sword, bro. That's the same poke. With a different skin. It's just a slow katana, bro. All right, let me get out of here. Yeah. Yeah. All right, sweet. Yeah. Oh my God. Let's go. Yo, that was a nice little combo there at the end. Sweet. Your strength befits the dirt. Get out of here. All right, London. Let's talk about your build. I'll be honest with you, bro. I really don't like your build. I'm sorry, man. Hate to say that to the server boosters, but I don't like it. Let's talk about the good things. Two-headed turtle talisman. I feel like that's always a good thing. Shard of Alexander. Okay. Your problem with your build is this. This and your Ash of War. There are so many better Ash of Wars you could have on, and there are so many better talismans you could have on. This ritual sword talisman, for this weapon in particular, the heavy katana, I would put this on. Now this will not work with Ash of Wars, but it will work with every other attack, right? So like if you roll and poke, 15% more damage with that talisman on. If you do a heavy attack, 15% more damage. A jump, 15% more damage. It's really, really good. Any weapon that's like a two-handed, I feel like this is a must-have talisman. You may have not known about this whenever you submitted your build, so I'm not really going to hold that too much against you, but I will hold having the ritual sword talisman on. Okay, here's the thing. The ritual sword talisman isn't even really a bad talisman. It's just when you combine it with an Ash of War that literally damages you, you just like, what's the point of even having it on, bro? I just don't get that. But yeah, so with all that being said, the drip, I don't like the bull goat part of it. I like the helmet and I like the armor. I don't like the bull goat part. I'm gonna give you a D, bro. I'm sorry. I love you, London. I love you so much. You boosted my server. I love you so much. You get a D. All right, Catwyn the Golden. You're up next. And you have the winged serpent helm with the twinned armor, perfumer's gauntlets, and black flame monk greaves. And I'll be honest with you, bro, this is really drippy. I really like this. This whole setup is really good. For weapons, you have latest sword plus 10, the wolf crest shield at plus 25, and you actually have a plus 9 archery seal, but it really doesn't matter, so we got a plus 10. And for talismans, we have Relana's cameo, the rotted winged sword insignia, claw talisman, and the shard of Alexander. And for spells, you have the multi-layered ring of light, Radagon's rings of light, the triple rings of light, light of Mikola, flame grant me strength, and golden vow. Something feels off about this video, dude. I don't know what it is. Oh, I know what it is. Baby girl. And for stats, you have 65 vigor, 45 mind, 60 endurance, 80 strength, 90 dexterity, 31 intelligence, 85 faith, and 18 arcane. And you have 10 red, 4 blue, with the thorny crack tier and the holy shrouding crack tier. So right off the rip, I think I know what you're going for with this build, and I don't think it's gonna work the way you think it is, dude. Like, for instance, Relana's cameo does not work with this weapon. Also, real quick, I did just move into a new place. I'm living with roommates now, and I'm downstairs. So if you hear, keep stopping, because if you hear footsteps, it is because my roommates are upstairs being really loud. It's an old house. It was built in like the 60s. It's got really creaky floors. You also said you had 15 scatter tree blessing. All right, but anyways, like I was saying, I don't think that this build is going to... Oh, yeah. You want me to fight Bale and Romina. But yeah, I don't think this build is going to do what you think it's going to do, to be 100% honest. Because the Ash of War is this. And I think that you think that's going to count as consecutive attacks, but that's not. I can go ahead and tell you that right now. In order for it to count like as the consecutive attacks, the sword has to hit at least once, I think. And also, Rilana's cameo is a wasted talisman slot. Like, I don't think there's anything... Maybe if you just hold block? No. So say you have the Uchigatana, right? And you hold this. That's Rilana's cameo. So if you never see that happen, like, that's just a wasted talisman slot. We're not even using it. All right, Bale down. All right, after Bale, it took me about 20 minutes to do that. I would say so far your build is not looking too hot. We were getting a lot of damage on, but that's because you're not on like a high new game. You know what I mean? You're on new game 0. You did leave a note for me saying, I'm very over leveled. Choose a new game you think is best. At first, because it was the DLC, I was thinking like, it probably won't matter too much, but I do think I am going to up the new game a little bit for your next boss, which is Romina. So don't let that fight fool you. The damage was looking really good, but in reality, the damage is not that good. All right, so we'll up it to about, we'll up it to new game +2. We're going to summon here. Dryleaf Dane? No thank you. Also, when I made a short doing the top 5 hardest bosses in the DLC, I put Romina in the top 5 and so many people grilled me. Like, bro, I'm sorry, I struggled with her. Let's go. All right, I'm not gonna lie, that was a tough one. All right, Catwyn the Golden. Let's talk about your build. First and foremost, I hate your talismans. I hate them so much. It's a high level build, so there's not really much to talk about with your stats. I know a lot of people don't like whenever, like, they think that I should have a level cap on the builds that I accept for this video, and I do agree with that. So this will probably be the last build I do that's over level like 150 or something like that, maybe over 200. As far as the talismans go, your build is just not utilizing this talisman. I don't know why you have it on. But it's not. So like that right there, minus a point for that. Rotted Wing Sword Insignia, again, I feel like there's probably better stuff to put on. It's not a terrible shout, but I feel like there are better things to put on. The Claw Talisman, as much as I like this talisman, and I usually recommend it, it's really not bad for this build because the jump attack on this one is a double hit. So it's really not bad, actually. Maybe there's other things that we could pair it with better. For one, the Sacred Scorpion Charm raises the holy attack. If you was watching the video, you could see I was using this a lot, and that's because that's your strongest move. So that just boosts the damage of it. It also boosts the damage of every single hit because you're doing holy damage. So you're just getting more damage. So Sacred Scorpion, and it's super easy to get. Way you had it, bro, I give you a C. I'll give you a C.